Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel, and if this is your first time here, you are so welcome. So on today's topic, I'm going to be discussing with you admitting when you are wrong and why it's so important that you admit when you are wrong. The thing is, with admitting when you are wrong, it takes a lot of courage, it takes a lot of humbleness within inside of you to know to admit that I am wrong in this thing, because most of people, when they are wrong, they don't admit it. They try to justify it. They try to create a story on the top of another story. Even in some case, you find they will try to allow somebody else to get the blame, to shift the blame to somebody else. And this is extremely dangerous and is really not nice at all, because when you're type of a person, you never admit when you're wrong. You always try to justify it. You have to always remember, when you're doing that, you are hurting somebody else, because by you not admitting you're wrong, somebody else is going to be looking as if they are a liar, and then that is also going to affect them. And sometimes we see this create a division, sometimes in friendship, sometimes in the family, because maybe you're the type of person who's not so openly spoken openly. You're very quiet person. You say yes to everything, and then when you do know you did something wrong, you use that image against somebody else, knowing that you were wrong, but you say no, you're trying to justify that you was actually right. And this is really bad, because as a child of God, if you are not sincere with people you can see around you, what makes you think that to God you are going to be sincere and you are going to accept or pay attention or listen to when the Holy Spirit is telling you the things that you need to change in you? It's going to be impossible, because you are just going to try to justify it. We need to remember that the way we behave in the physical world, with people around us, it's also going to say something about our spiritual life. Because if you cannot admit that you're wrong with people you can see, how are you going to accept correction? Or when God is telling you that you're wrong, to change this, go apologize, how are you going to say, yes, I'm going to do it, yes, I was wrong? It is impossible, because with God you cannot see him physically like this, but you cannot but with the people, even you can see you are not true and sincere. So how is that relationship is going to work? So this is why I'm saying it's very important for you to be humble. Be humble. To admit you're wrong, it takes humbleness. It takes for you to be courage. So regardless of what people might judge you or what people might say, nobody is perfect in this world. We all, one way or the other, sometimes we make a mistake. By you not admitting when you're wrong, it's like you're trying to make yourself as if you're perfect. And when it's being perfect in us human, it's something that is impossible, because there's always something in us that we need to fix. So you need to get to the point that when you are wrong, you pray. If you find it very hard to acknowledge that you are wrong, start praying. Start asking Holy Spirit to help you, to give you the courage, the strength to really be in the position of admitting that you're wrongness. Because when you don't admit that you're wrong, there will come a point that people will see you going in the wrong direction. People will watch you. Nobody's going to say anything, because people will be scared to approach you to correct you, because they know that you always think you're right. You always going to try to justify the situation in order to make yourself look good, in order to suit you. So my dear friends, we see this even in the Bible. There was a lady who was caught in adultery, and then there was a group of people, they brought that woman with Jesus Christ. And then according to those people, they said to Jesus, according to their law, it is written, when a woman is caught in adultery, they have to stone her. In other words, when they're going to stone her, I think into death. And then Jesus looked at them and said to them, among you who has no sin, be the first to throw the stone at this woman. And what happened is, those people who brought that woman to Jesus, one by one, they did not stone that woman, they left. Why did they left and they did not stone? Because they acknowledged, they admitted that they were wrong. And they went their way. I'm assuming by the time they go home, some of them, they started repenting and they changed the way they think. So this is what I'm saying. When you are wrong, be humble enough to acknowledge it, because there will come a time that Jesus is going to be telling you, you are wrong, you need to fix this. And you need to be bold enough to accept, acknowledge, and accept that voice and change. So, dear friends, pray about it. You can download my Intention Blueprint Prayer Guide under the description of this video to help you. Pray about it for God to give you strength, for you to start acknowledging when you are wrong and wrong. When people are correcting you, to accept correction. Thank you, dear friends, for watching this video. I hope you guys have learned something.